All right, what's going on, my peoples? This your boy, Mr. OBF. Welcome to OBF, the family channels. People, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you guys go and subscribe to Mr. OBF, my new channel that's out. I ain't putting no content over there recently. I'm working on some technical difficulties in that part of the studio, but I will try to do some videos over here, hopefully today. On that channel. So make sure you guys go over there and subscribe to that channel. Tell somebody that knows somebody. People, we got to get them subscribers up over there on Mr. OBF Mr. OBF the Mr. OBF channel. So make sure you guys go over there and support that channel, people. Um, we'll talk a little boxing, people. I watched some boxing last night. Um, Listen, man, I've been watching boxing for like the last couple of weeks. Last couple of weeks. Been a lot of entertaining fighters. Fights. Um, Listen, man, let's get down to the fight last night, and then we'll talk about the other stuff, up and coming stuff, and pound for pound, and all that other stuff where it should be at, which we know that these motherfuckers are not allowing these black fighters to be on that pound for pound list. I think they just took Tank Davis off of the pound for pound list. Don't know how the fuck that is happening. But we'll get into more with that and get more in with the Tank, because I think Tank fights next week actually. So that's going to be another exciting fight next week. Um, I would definitely be live streaming that fight. Last night I didn't do it last night because I had some shit to do with my daughter and my wife. But I was behind the scenes with OBF the family too, so time got uh you know went past fast. Um but anyway, last night I think it was Jamal Charlo fighting yesterday. Shout out to my brother True up in the building. My brother True from New York. Shout out to my brother. Um, Listen, man, the fight last night was a very entertaining fight, man. Jamal Charlo put on a motherfucking. Listen, man. Listen. The one thing about Jamal Charlo is a little different from me. He's more of a, uh, I would say, a polished fighter than his other twin brother Jamal. Uh, But Jamal is entertaining. Because he's in the same camp as Earl Spence, so they kind of fight alike, right? They got the same mentality. They try to break you down. They're gonna hit you with power shots. You and they're gonna take some shots. It's just is what it is. So that's why I'm a big Earl Spence fan. That's why I'm a big Charlo fan. I don't like Jamal Charlo. I don't like that they talk too much. They talk too much for me, but they gotta sell fights as entertainment. Sometimes they sound a little ridiculous. Some of the shit that come out of their mouth, but what fighters don't sound ridiculous? True said, Rolly got gonna beat him, bro. Yeah, okay. Hey, True, please, bro, don't do this. Don't do this. Listen, you my brother. Don't disrespect Tank like that. Come on, man. We not gonna do this shit today. You know, don't play those games. That nigga can't fight, man. Only thing he got is power. That's it. That's all he got. That's all Rolly got is power. He can't box. He can't do shit else. All he gonna do is try to. Hopefully, he's gonna come in. He most likely gonna come in there and just try to land big shots and power shots. He can't box, bro. Please stop with that bullshit. Uh, uh, yeah. But both of them got a. Well, the younger one. Well, can't say younger one, but the one that's at 100. Jamel Charlo do has more of a mouth, but his brother he talks some shit too. You know what I mean? They similar, but he's a little bit more the laid back if you leave him be. But Jamal Charlo is a little loud out the mouth. He is. I don't like a lot of shit that come out his mouth, but you do what you do to sell fights. You do what you do if that's your personality, how you get down. So I don't knock the brother. Um, but it was a great fight. I seen the knock. I knew it was going to be a knockout. I knew it was going to be a knockout. I just didn't know what round it was going to be in because I knew that um, Jamal Charlo wanted to prove a point of getting him the fuck up out of there, just like he did Tony Harrison. And because of the first fight, you could say you could have called that a draw. I think Tony Harrison kind of outboxed him, and I think Jamal Charlo knew that. Um, Give me a second here, people. I think that it's a delivery. Hold on, give me a second. My bad, people. I'm back. I had my neighbors and shit. I keep telling motherfuckers around here get cameras, man. It don't cost you nothing, man. Now I gotta check my camera. One of my neighbors next door and shit. The fucking kid stole a bike. Somebody stole his bike off the porch and shit. You know, that type of shit. You don't really leave outside, but in my neighborhood ain't a whole bunch of shit come on. Like the most shit that actually really happened in my neighborhood is motherfuckers do be stealing. That's any neighborhood. I don't give a fuck if you live in a good neighborhood or not. But people gotta get cameras, man. You know what I'm saying? So you can catch these motherfuckers. Shit, I had left my motherfucking daughter Power Wheel truck outside, nigga, for about couple of months. Ain't nothing, don't nothing get took. I wish a motherfucker would come on our motherfucking porch. First of all, we got cameras everywhere, and we wish you would. And see, as soon as you come on our property and shit, we get alerts. You know, motion detectors and shit. So you come on, you get near anything, get near our shit, we get an alert. You know what I'm saying? It could be the fucking cat or a deer or anything moving, nigga. We get an alert and we look. But you gotta check these shits. I'm gonna see if I let my wife do it. I sent her a text. Let her do it. Check the cameras. Neighbor bike got took it. All right. So yeah, man. Now he get ready to walk around and you know all that shit, all that extra shit. All you got to do is you had cameras. You gonna have to worry about none of that shit. But you know that shit happen anywhere, man. You could be anywhere, good neighborhood, bad neighborhood. Your shit gonna get stolen, bro. Like, cause people steal, man. You know what I mean? He said almost true crazy. True said almost got shot on your porch. He's stupid, bro. Listen, man. Motherfuckers, man. Listen, man. People gotta be better, man. It's nothing wrong with being cautious. People who call me very cautious, man. I had a homeboy come to my house one time, and he came and he seen all my fucking, like, I had my cameras on my TV. That was my old cameras, though, but I'm getting ready to update to get some new fucking cameras. You know what I'm saying? So, I'll probably get them next week. I keep saying I'm gonna get them. I don't know fuck why. I keep buying all this other shit, but I ain't getting the damn cameras, and I need to get them. But he came here and he was like, nigga, what you, the police, nigga? I'm watching my house, nigga, like Fort Knox, nigga. Fuck out of here, man. I got valuable shit in my crib. You know what I mean? I got valuable shit, period. Like, and plus I do it's just mainly for protection. The materialistic shit I don't really give a fuck about. It's the life I care about, nigga. Nigga, you roll up in my shit, you can die, nigga. That's all I'm saying. We ain't going to tell you freeze or none of that other shit. You come up in my shit, I'm shooting you. I ain't asking questions. What you doing here? Who's that? All you hear, boo, boo. I ain't fucking around with people, man. Listen, man. If you got the balls to come into somebody's crib or somebody's property and steal, you got the right to catch a hot one. I ain't gonna try to kill a motherfucker, but I'm gonna aim at your legs and shit. I ain't gonna try to kill a motherfucker. But you motherfuckers still can die if you shoot them with a pump in their leg or even a handgun. You know what I mean? It depends if you hit an artery or something. But my intentions ain't gonna try to kill a motherfucker, but I'm gonna break it down. I got time for that shit. You know what I mean? I got alarms, cameras, all that shit, extra protection. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, fuck that. I ain't got time for that shit. The only thing I ain't got is a big ass dog. I ain't really into animals. We just got a puppy. This motherfucker about this little bit. Soon I went to the door, his little ass tried to run outside and shit. Get your little ass back in the house. You ain't gonna do nothing. And plus he a puppy. So, you know, it is what it is. But anyway, people, let's get back to the boxing shit I was talking about. That shit threw me off. You know what I mean? I'm telling all, like I had my neighbors down here and shit. They just asking me about how much the cameras can you put them in for me. I said, yeah, no problem. You order them, I put them in. I just did her shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you know what I mean? Like, people across the street, they asked me about cameras. They got some fucking cameras. Nigga, like, where you get them from? I told them, blah, blah, blah. Man, listen, man. And it was crazy because, you know why? Because when we first moved here, we was the only people who got cameras. Nobody had cameras and shit. They was like, y'all got cameras and shit? Yo, yeah. Fuck. Why don't you? I don't give a fuck I live in a good neighborhood or not. Bad shit happens in good neighborhoods, people. People be sitting here playing these games and shit. Usually niggas that ride motherfuckers, they want to go to good neighborhoods because they feel like it's going to be valuable shit in the good neighborhood, right? They ain't just going to go to no bullshit ass house. You know what I mean? Unless you get a random crackhead or some shit. Even the crackheads go to the good spots. So, yeah, man. Anyway, people. It's funny, but it's not funny. You know what I mean? Because I don't like people that steal. It actually pisses me off. And the scene, like, he not sad, but he mad. And I'm like, yo, damn. I wish I can do more of it than just at the camera shit. You know what I'm saying? So, just the camera stuff. But hopefully, and you know what? I got. That's why I say I got to get a new camera. So, I need more cameras too. So, you know what I mean? I got some spots that I don't like. I see that's blind spots. But my wife don't think so, but I do. So, she don't run that. She run everything else, but she don't run the security around this bitch. Okay? She like guns, I like cameras. You know what I'm saying? Like real talk. True why? You say, oh yeah, true. Yeah, trust me, I know. Good thing I'm coming over there. I'm coming over there with a white girl. It's stupid. This nigga crazy, man. Oh my god. Shout out to my brother True from New York, man. Listen, let's get into this boxing shit here, people. Listen, it was a great fight last night. Jamal Charlo did what the fuck he's supposed to did. Listen, the brother should be in a top pound for pound. I mean, I don't. What else can he do? He done fought like everybody. If from the best in 154, he fought the best. Okay, he's unified, undisputed. He's undisputed now. So come on, man. Like this brother got to be up. Listen, I got him. My honest opinion since Canelo Alvarez lost, but he's still undisputed. But since he lost, and I still think that Canelo Alvarez is overrated. This nigga only fight white European fighters and shit, and then he finally got his ass whipped by a Russian dude. Yeah, that Beeble beat the shit out of Canelo Alvarez. Get the fuck out of here. Talking about he think he won the fight. No, everybody think. Listen, we all have thought we won fights and we got our ass whipped. You look at your boy. I handle my business. Then I whipped him up. Then I fuck him up. You run out there, blood leaking out your mouth and shit, eyes all puffed up, and got a big ass knot on you. But you think you won the fight? A lot of motherfuckers think they won fights. That don't mean they won. Fuck out of here. Anyway, he always making excuses, and he a cheat. I don't give a fuck when nobody say Canelo Alvarez is a cheat. I don't like him personally. I think. Far as a boxer, he's okay, but he's not. Listen, he's only great because they promoted him that way. But other than that, get the fuck out of here, man. Floyd Mayweather whipped his ass. He lost. I believe he lost to Trout, and the other dude, I forgot the little Dominican dude. He lost to him. I think Triple G beat him one time. And he just lost the Beeble. And if Caleb Plant would have stuck to the goddamn game plan instead of sitting there mind his work, see, I'm a good fighter, asking for props from this nigga. Who does that? Only white people do shit like that. But anyway, he was listen. I said this. Caleb Plant was a good fighter. He was scared of Canelo, and I don't give a fuck what nobody say. He was scared of him. The myth of Canelo. He was scared. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, I know that they don't want black people to be black fighters to be the face of boxing, but they didn't have no choice with Floyd. They had no choice. I don't like Floyd personally as a human being. I don't like Floyd. I think he's a sucker. I think he you know who he remind me of? He remind me of P. Diddy. Like P. Diddy did some great shit. Like, you know what I mean? You can't take nothing away from Diddy Diddy things he did for the entertainment industry, the music business. You can't take nothing away from him. You know what I'm saying? He's one of the greatest, right? In that producing realm, right? But he's two-faced it. It's almost like you see, like, you know how you look at some people and you be like, they phony. Like, you can see it in their face. Like, that's who Floyd is. He phony. He's envy of some people, but then when he is on top, he like to showboat and throw it in your face and shit like that. But then when he see other motherfuckers shining, he hate on that. And that's what Floyd is. Personally, I don't like the nigga, but you know what I'm saying, nigga, you rock with Trump. So I told anybody, you rock with Trump, I don't rock with you. I don't give a fuck what you did and how much of a great entertainer or boxer, whatever the fuck you may be, movie star. If you do that, I won't fuck with you no more. I had no love for you. Floyd, Floyd was, listen, you can put Muhammad number one and number two, but he number one and number two are the greatest boxers of all times. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. He was the face. They couldn't stop him from being the face of boxing because he made a lot of money. Motherfuckers came to see him lose. That's why I believe his persona was actually good for him at playing the villain, being an asshole and shit like that. You know what I mean? Being flashy and shit like that. You know, it helped because niggas hated Floyd. They wanted, when they came to them fights, they didn't come there to, they wanted the fighter to beat Floyd, but they really came there to see him lose. No matter if he got his ass whipped, like beat up, or he just lost or through decision. But Floyd was just so masterful at his craft. Nobody could really fuck with him, man. You know what I'm saying? He had a couple of people. 2 shipments have arrived, including a. Where's the other shipment? I only see the. What's the other shipment? I don't remember ordering nothing else. Anyway, but yeah, they not trying to let black fighters be the face of boxing. Everybody know that Terrence. Listen, I don't think Terrence Crawford is number one boxing in the world. That's just my opinion. I don't think he fought anybody. Just my opinion. And if he did fight people, he fought like motherfuckers that was already Earl Spence already beat the fuck out of, or Earl went to war with him. You know what I mean? So, you know, he didn't really fight nobody, bro. You know what I'm saying? He probably wouldn't have a belt if Manny Pacquiao would have never lost to Jeff Horn, or they cheated Manny Pacquiao for that. Because I was like, how the fuck Jeff Horn beat Manny Pacquiao? Like, that was some weird shit. But anyway, and that's why motherfuckers don't supposed to be fighting overseas. Like, real talk. You don't supposed to fight overseas, man. You can get robbed over that bitch. And I don't give a fuck what country it is. You can get robbed. We already got these bullshit ass judges in America, but over in other countries, them judges ain't shit. These motherfuckers, they truly be favoritism, boy. They truly making sure that they fuck up some shit. But anyway, so myself, my pound for pound, I believe Earl Spence is number one because I believe Earl Spence got the most belts. Even though Terrence Crawford was undisputed at 140, and I give him that, but yeah. Listen, Haney have to really beat the fuck out of. If he don't knock Kambosos out, he has to beat the shit out of him for 12 rounds. And Haney can do that. He can beat the fuck out. He beat the fuck out of JoJo. You get what I'm saying? But if you listen, we're gonna have to see some power that Haney never had before. Because I need to see Haney beat the shit out of this dude so bad that even if he doesn't knock him out, his face get fucked up. Like, we need to see his face fucked up. Like, matter of fact, Earl Spence when he fought Ugas. You look at Ugas' face, you know who won that fight. I don't give a fuck. They try to say that Earl was losing in the get the fuck out of here. But you seen about time they stopped that fight, who really was getting their ass whipped. That's what Haney got to do. Even if they don't stop the fight from him getting fucked up like that, or he don't knock Kambosos out, but he bet to beat the fuck out of him. He better dog walk this motherfucker. But that's the only way he gonna win that fight. You just can't go in there and box, not overseas like that, especially not overseas. They not fair over there at all. And it's in his hometown. Yeah, come on now. But yeah, I got Earl Spence at number one. I got Crawford at two. I got Jamal Charlo at number three. Um, Tyson Fury Tyson Fury he kind of retired, so I kind of don't have him in my top 10. Um, and at number four, I'll put Canelo there because he's still undisputed. Um, and I'll put Cambosos at number five just because he got more belts. And he been fighting kind of the best. Um, and I put Haney at six because people been ducking Haney, and that's why his resume of fighters ain't been like that, right? So I don't try to hold that against him, but at the same time I have to. But he does have a belt, and he gets ready to fight for undisputed, and so I got Devin Haney at six. Um, I got Tank at two. Tank at two. I got Tank at seven. I got Shakur at eight, and I got what's his name? White boy Joe. The fuck is his name? He's undisputed too. He was at Is he still fighting at 140? I think he is. I forgot his name. Joe something. Y'all let me know if I'm saying it right. He fight at 140. White boy. He just became undisputed last year. I got him at number 9. And at number 10, what's the Russian dude name and shit? The Ukraine dude. I'm sorry, I forgot his name too. I'll put him at number 10. You know what I mean? Like, Felita Lopez, not Lopez. What the fuck is his name? Lomachenko. Josh Taylor. That's his name. Josh Taylor. Yeah, I got Josh Taylor at number 10. I don't know how the fuck they put Josh Taylor out the top 10. That's crazy. But I got Josh Taylor at number 10. And if you want to, I can put him over Tank. You get what I'm saying? I can switch him for Tank. I'll put him at number. Matter of fact, I will do that. I will put Josh Taylor at number. I'll put him at 9, and I'll put Shakur at 8, and then I'll put Tank at 10, because Tank the only one on that list that actually doesn't have a belt, if I ain't mistaken. Hold on, let me see. I got hold on. I got Haney at 6. I got Haney at 6. I got I put Tank at 7, right? Yeah. So 7. Yeah. Listen, because I got the Ukraine dude up there too. So I could put Tank at 10, and put the Ukraine dude at I could put Tank at 9 and put the Ukraine dude at 10, and then I could put Josh Taylor at 7, because I believe that Josh Taylor should not be out of the fucking top 10. He just was undisputed last year. Like, what the fuck? How the fuck you still undisputed and you get kicked out the top 10? That don't even make any fucking sense. And Lomachenko, I don't even know why they still got this motherfucker in the top 10. He ain't even fighting this year. Fuck, you still in the top 10? You ain't fighting almost a whole year. The fuck out of here. And he got 2 losses. Get the fuck out of here. He ain't got no belts. He ain't got shit. Get the fuck out of here. Them motherfucker them people at ESPN to be on some bullshit. That's true. Yeah, they listen. Even though I believe Tank would have gave him a run for his money, that was an up in the air fight. That would have been, people would have been like, I don't know, Tank, you kind of biting off too much. You get what I'm saying? Like, Tank is better where he at. He, listen, 130, 135, that's where he need to stay. He doesn't need to go up to 140, believe it or not. A lot of those guys are too tall. You know what I'm saying? Because some of them niggas belong in motherfucking 170, 147. A lot of the motherfuckers in 147 belong in 150. Believe it or not, Bruce Ennis, he belong in 140. I mean, 140. I mean, 157. I mean, 154. He belong up there. I don't even. But to each his own. Um, but as far as the welterweights, like I said, it's a toss up between whoever they want to say that Terrence Crawford is better or whatever. I believe that Earl Spence got a better resume. He got more belts, and so that's why I believe, and he fought better competition. That's why I believe he the best welterweight and the best fighter in the world. And like I said, he just beat the shit out of Ugas. So come on, and I ain't seen nobody has never beat Ugas up like that. They ain't nobody. I didn't watch Ugas fights. Nobody has ever beat him up like that. Nobody. And it's like they was talking about Terrence Crawford when he fought Sean Porter. Sean Porter had one foot out the door. That motherfucker ain't come to fight, man. He came to get that last payday and get the fuck up out of there. I'm not saying he ain't come to win. I'm just saying all his heart wasn't in that shit. That's all I'm saying. He can lie and say he was, but we don't believe you. Terrence Crawford, listen, I put it like this: if Earl Spence would have caught Sean Porter when he fought Terrence Crawford, Earl Spence would have beat the shit out of motherfucking Sean Porter. I believe if Sean Porter would have fought Earl Spence, like maybe before he fought Mikey Garcia, I think Earl Spence would have beat the shit out of motherfucking Sean Porter. He'd have fucked Sean Porter up. I'm telling you. And plus, listen, to me, Sean Porter ain't that great of a fighter to me. He's okay. He's alright. He's not really a good boxer to me. He's not a good fighter to me, believe it or not. He's just a wild, awkward fighter. So, it is what it is. Stevenson said he'll wait for Tank to come down to 135. So we can fight next year. Well, Tank is already at 135. He's fighting at 135. He only fought at 140 when he fought Barrios. Yeah, that fight can happen next year. I believe that can happen next year. If Tank beat Rolly, which I believe he will. I believe Tank gonna beat the shit out of him, and that's just my honest opinion. If he beats him, maybe he gets a fight with Lomachenko this year, or Devin Haney, or Kambosos, whoever went out of that. You know what I mean? We got to see how that fight goes. So I can't make prediction of him fighting one of them. But Lomachenko should be his next fight. You get what I'm saying? Or Ryan Garcia. Because Ryan Garcia get ready to fight Pitbull Cruz in July. And then hopefully Ryan Garcia don't get his ass whipped. Because I believe Cruz get ready to knock Ryan Garcia the fuck out. Because he doesn't have no chin. People keep thinking this dude got a chin. He doesn't have no fucking chin. He hasn't got hit, really. He got hit one lucky punch hit him and knocked his ass down. Imagine the little Pitbull Cruz get ready to go in there and throw all the motherfuckers wild haymaker. This little nigga, man, that little motherfucker can fight. He ain't no pushover. Ron a big dude, but Lil Cruz is a pit bull. He can ready to go fuck. Listen, I believe Pitbull Cruz can beat Ryan Garcia. My honest opinion. Ryan Garcia better not be in there fighting them dumbass fights he be on. You try to press Lil Pitbull Cruz and see what happens. He a little strong motherfucker. Little bullet head motherfucker. He's strong. Look like he got Down syndrome, but he little motherfucker can fight. Shout out to little Pitbull Cruz. He gave Tank all he can take, nigga. You know what I mean? Motherfucker hit so hard, Tank broke his motherfucking hand. Yo, I'm trying to tell y'all, man. And he landed a couple of good shots on Tank too. Like, seriously. That's how I know Tank got a chin. That's why I'm telling motherfuckers about Rolly. Rolly might hit hard, right? Tank got a chin. I done seen Tank take some shots. Listen, man. The thing is, everybody's saying, well, Rolly hit hard. He may hurt Tank. I'm just saying, the way Rolly fights, if Tank catches him with one of those goddamn uppercuts, it's night night, nigga. It's night night. It's night night. I'm telling you. Tank catch him with one or two of them motherfucking uppercuts, it's night night. That shit may not even go around the two. So people gotta realize that this fight next week with Tank and Rolly, it's gonna be a good fight. It's gonna be action packed. It's gonna listen. All the extra shit, you know how when people come, a lot of times casual boxing fans that ain't really boxing fans, they just casual. They kind of watch it, they don't watch it. You know what I mean? People got to pump them up for fights. Like, they might not even know the fighters like that, right? They might know one or two fighters. Listen, all that extra entertaining shit, that because Rolly gonna be extra, right? But I'm telling you, this shit gonna be live in Brooklyn. I wanted to go to this fight. I wanted to go to New York and watch this fight and shit. I had a little back surgery thing because I was gonna get my tickets. I was gonna go down there with my man True and shit down there in New York. That was my plan. They get with him and holler, and so we can go to the fight and shit. Because I wanted to go to this fight, but I took off a whole fucking week, and so we got 2 weeks to figure out what. Oh, you say find out? No, I think Tank fighting next week. He fight next Saturday. Tank fighting next Saturday. Alexa, when does Tank Davis next fight is? Alexa, when is Tank Davis fighting? Ain't nobody say nothing like that.
The bad guys. Doctor Strange
Alexa,
in the multiverse of
stop. Alexa, when does Gervonta Tank Davis fight?
Here are a few movies playing near
Ain't nobody say nothing about no damn movies. Alexa,
The bad.
Stop. Damn, I don't like this one. The other one I like and shit. I may have to get me the motherfucker another one of them. I got the new the new homegirls and shit. That's the new echoes and shit. The ones that you can put on the wall. I got the picture shit. I got them shit. I got like 2 of them in my house. I may get me another one. I got one for over there in that part of the studio. I may get me another one. You know what I mean? I might throw that bitch in the bathroom or something. Get what I'm saying? I don't like this motherfucker, man. Shit, hold on. What I do with the oven? Oh, the oven upstairs. Shit, I may get those to my mother-in-law. I may get me another one for down here and just use that like when I'm out on the deck or something. You know what I'm saying? Or I'm out front or something. I take it around because I got this little battery pack shit, so I could just go around and move around with it and it still work. It's still on and shit. You get what I'm saying? So what I mean, make sure if you get one of these Echo shows and shit, get one of the little battery packs. See the little battery pack and shit. See. Charged up and shit. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all get one of those, man. I got a whole bunch of these motherfuckers in my house. They all in my house. I got them everywhere. But you say you fight the 28th, right? Oh, that is 2 weeks from now. Okay. That's not next week. 5 days from now. Yeah, it's not next week. You right. My bad. Somebody fight next week though, because ever since the Earl Spence fight, it always been fights every week since Earl and Ugas. It's been fights every week. Who fight next week? Somebody fight next week, don't they? True. I believe somebody fight next week. It's another fight because it's fights all the way to Devin Haney fight, because I think Devin Haney and them fight like June 5th or some shit like that, if I ain't mistaken. They fight like the week right after Tank. Yeah, but listen, it's gonna be a great fight though. I believe the fight is not gonna be what people think it like. Excuse me. Buying Rolly being an awkward fighter the way he is, I don't know how Tank gonna approach this fight. I don't know if Tank gonna use his IQ in box, or Tank gonna just like he did kind of like how he kind of did what's his name Mario Barrios, by Mario Barrios being a little taller than him, because Rolly ain't that much taller than Tank, really, believe it or not. I don't know if Tank gonna walk him down. Tank might just box him. I don't know what Tank doing. His skill level is all over the place. Like, and not in a bad way. He got skills. Like, so, and then he got a real high ring IQ. So I don't know how he gonna fight. Okay, I don't know those fighters. So okay, we getting the bullshit week of fighters, because I don't, just like I think, was it last week we had a bullshit fight. I didn't kind of really watch that. Who fought last week? I forgot who fought last week. Yeah, I don't really fuck with those fighters like that. I don't know who those fighters are. I mean, I know who they are, but I'm not like, you know. I think they at 175 or something like that, right? They fight at one. I think they fight at 175. I think it's them fighting at 175. Because the Charlo brothers get ready. The other Charlo brother get ready to fight too. I think he fights right after Devin Haney and them or something like that. Like, it's a lot of fights coming up. I think last week, I forgot who fought last week. Been so many damn fights. Because Shakur fought about 2 weeks ago, and last week we had a fight, and I don't even think I really watched that fight. Oh, hold on. You know what? I did watch that fight. Who fought last week? I know the women fought on the undercard, and I watched that fight. I think that was last week, and I believe that one girl got robbed. I think she Puerto Rican or something, or Mexican. She got robbed from that girl Katie something. She got robbed. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. They could at least called that shit a draw, but she didn't win that fight. Who fought on that? Who was the main event on that card? Oh shit. No, that was under Stevenson and them, wasn't it? Yeah, that was about 2 weeks ago. Who the fuck fought last week, True? Somebody fought last week. I can't remember. What up, LT? Peace and love to you too, little bro. Okay, so all right. Yeah, the Benavidez. That's why I say I know it's big fights coming up. Like, yeah, okay, so I'm watching that fight. Benavidez, I'm watching that. Who fought last week? True. Who fought last Saturday? See, my man True know about this boxing shit though. He know about that boxing shit, so that's why I said, my man True. I probably try to get with him. We do a little podcast on boxing. I think me and him should do that. Me and him have a show, and we do a show together. We do boxing shows together, because he know about this boxing shit just as much as I do, and probably a little bit more than I do. Who fought? Yeah, let me know who fought last week. True. Who playing? I probably not, because I'm waiting till the finals. I'll be over there on the finals, like motherfuckers. Like the West, we got the Western Conference Finals and the Eastern Conference Finals and shit like that. I'm waiting on that. I'm waiting on these last, because there only like 3 games left, and then the finals and shit hit. I think it's like 3 games. Is it 2? No, it's 2 games. Yeah, it's 2 more games left. So you got the Bucks and who the fuck? Who they playing? Did they playing Miami? No, they're not playing Miami. They playing who the fuck is the Bucks playing? Shit. Let me know who the Bucks playing, LT. Goddamn, who does the Bucks playing? I forgot who they play. Alexa, who is the Bucks playing?
The Celtics and Bucks are
The
facing off this
Celtics.
afternoon at
Okay.
3:30 p.m.
Yeah, the
The
Celtics.
series is tied 3-3.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, you got the Celtics playing. They playing the Celtics. And then you got the Mavs and the Suns playing. So they got one more game. I don't know. There's the Mavs and the Suns playing tonight too, right? Um, LT, the Mavs and the Suns playing tonight. Is Alexa, is the Mavs and the Suns playing tonight?
Sorry, I don't know that one.
Alexa, is the Mavs and the Suns playing tonight?
Here are a few movies playing near Baltimore
This
tonight.
bitch, I swear to God, man, I gotta get.
Petite Maman.
Yeah, whatever.
The
Alexa,
Watchmen.
when is the Suns playing?
The Suns and Mavericks are facing off tonight at
Yeah,
8
okay.
p.m.
They playing
The
tonight.
series is tied 3-3.
Okay, yeah, they playing tonight too. They playing at 8. So yeah, you got them playing tonight too. I'm waiting till those games be over. I think they start the finals Monday. So I probably or Tuesday, I think. Monday or Tuesday. I think it's Tuesday. I think it's Monday they playing. So but I think they got I don't know if they got to give the Suns or the Mavs a day. Yeah, Alexa tripping, bro. She tripping, man. It's just this Echo show and shit. I don't like this motherfucker. It's outdated, believe it or not. I'm gonna put that bitch in the bathroom. And buy me a number, man. Buy me the big screen and shit. I wish I could show y'all the matter of fact, I do got it unplugged. Hold on. I'll show y'all the one I'm talking about. Oh, here we go. All right. Here we go. Yeah, I got like 11. I got the it's like a fucking it's like a little mini TV. I need to wipe that bitch off. You know what I'm saying? Get y'all one of these. These the upgrade shit. You can have your pictures, everything on this motherfucker. This motherfucker nice. 15. I think it's 15 inches. And listen, and that motherfucker heavy too. It's heavy as a motherfucker. It is heavy, heavy. Get you one of those motherfuckers. I'm getting ready. Once I re-hooked up all my shit over there, I got hang some more pictures up. I'm gonna do a tour around in the new studio how it's set up, so y'all can see what a lot of shit that I got going on. But yeah, she tripping, man. She tripping, man. It's just this one though, cause all my other ones would be fine, cause they all upgraded and shit. They all like the new shit. So this one, I got that's over in this part of the studio and shit. This bitch is I don't know what's wrong with that motherfucker. Yeah, but I'm looking forward to that Benavidez fight. I think that's gonna be a good fight. I think Benavidez is gonna win though, but I think it's gonna be a good fight. He haven't really fought anybody as much either. He hasn't fought a lot of people. What's up, Smith? You said what is what? What is what? Tell me what you talking about, bro. Look, see, I got my brother shit. Oh, it's too far. It's gone. So I got pictures and shit on that motherfucker. I got my brother graphics and shit for it's my brother True Graphics and shit on for his music shit. So oh, that's that new Echo show. The one with the 15-inch. Everybody need to get one of those bitch. You hang that bitch on the wall. I got one in my kitchen. And I got one because it control everything in my house and shit. I mean, and so and I got one down here that I use in my other part of my studio and shit. But I'm thinking about getting another one over here because this one I got the other one this other one I got it the bitch outdated. So you know what I mean. But I'm thinking about getting another one of them. I just bought my mother-in-law one because she liked it so much when she was over here Mother's Day in the kitchen. I bought that I bought her one for Mother's Day. So yeah, that motherfucker nice. Play music on it, watch YouTube. You basically do whatever the fuck you want on that. You get what I'm saying? Um, if I'm not mistaken, I think you make a live stream off that bitch. I gotta check that out. I gotta see if I can do that because I think you can do that. You know what I'm saying? So I see. I think you can live stream off that motherfucker. I know it does Zoom calls and shit like that. It does a whole bunch of shit. You know what I'm saying? It's good to have, bro. One of them bitches in your kitchen. I told people get one of them bitches in your kitchen. If you want to, get one of them motherfuckers in your I would say right at your front door or some shit, but by my kitchen being so close to my front door and shit, I just got one for downstairs. And I got a whole bunch of fucking echoes and shit around my house and shit. A lot of people don't even know, like, you can use them big echo dots and shit, the round ones, the ones that's real big, the circle ones. You can use them and connect them shits to your like your fire stick and your I got a fire cube, so fire cube and hook that shit up and take two of them and they got like a little a amp, right? Two as well, and you can use them bitches as a surround sound system. So I got that shit in my living room, man. I got them in my daughter room. She got a surround sound system. I used because she got little two ones, the ones with the little like Panthers and shit. She got two of them in her room. It's a surround sound system in her room, and I got one in our bedroom. So yeah, man, a lot of people don't know how to do a lot of that shit or know that shit even exists like that. You can actually do that with them. You know what I mean? Only code you ain't gotta have all these wires and all of that shit. It's all wireless. Only thing you gotta do is just plug them shits up. That's it. And you just gotta connect them. You know how to connect them. And you say I had a big feeling is going to get in the way of the expense. Maybe. Maybe I highly doubt it. As far as the Spencer Crawford fight, they can't fight nobody else. Like honestly, it's no reason. Like who they gonna fight? The only next big fight to be for either one of them is to fight Boots. I don't need either one of them to fight. Listen, my honest opinion, I do not believe that Terrence Crawford or Earl Spence or double tongue ass Keith Thurman a fight. They do not owe him a fight. This nigga has been ducking them for years. He's ducked Terrence Crawford. He has ducked Earl's. I know he ducked Earl Spence. So he don't deserve no goddamn fight between either one of them. Boots, listen, Boots don't have a resume to fight them, and that's just my opinion. He haven't. Listen, I love me some Boots. Shout out to Philly. Shout out to my people in Philly. I love my people in Philly. Listen, shout out to Boots and his dad. His dad, great dude. You know what I'm saying? Listen, Boots ain't fought nobody. And it's like almost that Terrence Crawford effect that I feel. Like, nigga, you ain't fought nobody. You can't ask for these big fights and you ain't fought nobody. It's niggas you can fight right now to boost up your resume. You haven't fought nobody. This dude Claxton, that nigga just came in for a check yesterday. Like, get the fuck out of here, man. That dude, man, that shit pissed me off. I can't stand when fighters come there and they ain't really coming to fight. They just come in there to get a check. That nigga came in there to get a check, man. My opinion. And Boost did what he supposed to did. He ain't take him lightly. He ain't bullshit. He just, nigga, I'm not about to knock your ass out. Boost said he was going to knock him out. I knew he was. But Boots, is plenty of young fighters that he should be fighting right now that's in the top 10 that he should be fighting. And he not, and I don't know if they ducking him And I ain't gonna say he's scared to fight none of them, or it could be just the business of it, right? But he ain't got enough fights. Listen, Keith Thurman and Bruce Ennis have to fight each other. Earl Spence and Terrence Crawford does not have no obligation to fight those niggas. And I don't give a fuck if this is a mandatory or whatever. No, I don't listen. I don't think he took a dive. I just believe he didn't come in there to fight. He came in there for a check. And I mean, if you want to call that nigga diving, taking a dive, I don't think he came in there to take a dive. I just think he didn't come in there to win. That nigga, listen. I don't think he was scared of Boots. Sometimes when you get in certain fights, you know you ain't gonna win a fight. Listen, I'm 6 foot. If a nigga is I'm 6 foot. I weigh about a buck. I'm probably like a buck 80 now, right? A nigga about my height, weigh about 230. Nigga, you gonna go in that fight, and I might be like, I might not can't beat this nigga. I'm gonna try to fight. You know what I mean? I'm gonna try to, do my thing, but you gonna have this lack of shit in your head, like I might lose this fight. Like, and that's what I think he knew he wasn't gonna be able to beat Boots. He knew it. Like, he just like, man, fuck it. I'm gonna fight him and get this payday. You know what I'm saying? Like, come in there, get that check, and whatever. And it was crazy because he got hit with a punch, like on top of the head, but the temple and shit is right there too. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was one of them weird ass punches that Boots hit him with, and I could see. I don't think he was scared to fight Boots. I don't think that he went in there and took a dive. I just didn't. I think he didn't have the. I put it like this. I know he didn't have the confidence to go in there. To have the confidence to go in there and think that he was going to beat Boots. And when you don't go in there with no confidence thinking that you could beat a fighter or beat somebody when you fight them, then you already at a disadvantage. You get what I'm saying? So that's my belief of what I believe of what he did. I don't think he took a dive. I just think he knew he wasn't going to win, so he's just like, fuck it, whatever happens, happen. You know what I mean? He probably knew he was probably going to get knocked out. He knew he was going to get outclassed. If they had to go the whole 12 rounds, he knew that he wasn't going to win. He just knew. But Boots, listen, I love Boots. Boots don't deserve a fight with Earl Spence or Terrence Crawford. He doesn't. He don't have the resume. I'm sorry. He haven't fought nobody, bro. He haven't. Seriously, shit. Hey, fuck it. I don't even think Boots even went. Did he ever go 8 rounds? He might have went 8 rounds a couple of times, but come on, man. He ain't even fought the whole 12 rounds yet. Like, come on. Ain't no. I mean, and I'm not saying you only can fight the people they put in front of you, but when you start talking about asking for like championship fights, and you got all the belts is already between Earl and Terrence, they gotta fight. Boots can't just like, cause I'm the mandatory, I'm coming in and get those fights. Like, bro, you ain't fought nobody, bro. You haven't fought nobody. You ain't having no competition. I don't know why Boots think that he can get in there and you ain't fought no competition, think you gonna get in there with the big dogs. I just don't understand that. Listen, true, I understand all that. But he haven't fought no. Name me somebody that he really fought on his resume. He haven't fought anybody. You can't even name a big name that he actually fought. He hasn't fought anybody. And there's no disrespect to Boots, as I'm a big fan of Boots. I think he's special. I think, shit, he's special, bro. But he hasn't, like, Nick, I need to see you in competition. Like, these dudes that he fighting, okay. It's just almost like that Terrence Crawford, the position Terrence Crawford kind of in. Like, we know Terrence is great. But Terrence ain't really fought nobody at 147. He ever, and the motherfuckers that he really did fight, they was, and it's not really all his fault either, because I'm not trying to blame it all on Terrence Crawford. I don't think he was scared to fight nobody. It's promoters and there's a lot of shit that goes with that. And so, but he fought Sean Porter. That's the only person on his resume to me that's kind of like somebody he fought. But like I said, Sean Porter was out. He was already get ready. He was already out the building, man. He wasn't in there. It was like, listen, Sean Porter can lie all he want and pretend that, he was up for that fight. And he probably was. I'm not saying he wasn't. But, nigga, you wasn't all the way there. You wasn't all the way there. And that's why his dad threw in the towel, because this nigga knew, his dad probably knew that he wasn't all the way into that fight. He wasn't all the way there. This nigga was doing other shit. So he was already thinking about retiring. Because Sean Porter told motherfuckers. He said, because I watch his podcast and shit like that, I don't like him. I don't even say I don't like him personally. He just ain't my type. He ain't my cup of tea type of person. But he does say real shit that he knows his boxing, right? But we know he be on some hating shit too especially when it comes to Earl Spence, right? And it's mainly because he lost to Earl. But they already had a little bit of bad blood or whatever, right? He said in one of his podcasts and shit. He said, like, I'm not fighting no young bulls. He not gonna fight the Boots Ennis or nothing like that, because he didn't fought everybody in the division. He didn't fought everybody. Now, see, Sean Porter is most likely a Hall of Famer. He didn't fought everybody in 147 that was the guys. He lost some, he won some. But he fought everybody. So for him, he was like, only person I need to fight, only two other people, but he most likely he wasn't gonna get that fight again, because there was no reason for Earl Spence to fight him again. There's no reason. You ain't got no belt. I ain't got nothing to prove to you. Already beat you. Don't matter. And if you wanted, you should have put that in the fucking contract of, a rematch clause in the contract if you wanted a rematch, but he didn't. So it is what it is. Earl ain't obligated to give him no fucking second chance. You should have negotiated that from the jump when you first fought him. But anyway, he said, only two people I'm going to fight. I'm not going to fight no young bulls. I'm not going to fight Keith Thurman. He already fought Keith Thurman. So he said the only two people, because I'm about championships, the only two people I'm going to fight is Earl Spence or Terrence Crawford. So the only person that he could fight, he wasn't fighting Earl no more. Earl, get that blew his head, like, nah, man, you had your chance. So the only person he didn't fight was Terrence Crawford. So, I didn't listen. Nobody thought that Sean Porter was gonna beat Terrence Crawford. Everybody, listen, come on, man. I believe. Listen, a part of Sean Porter knew he wasn't gonna beat Terrence Crawford. He just, it's like, certain motherfuckers want to have certain people under their, under their resume. That's why I say he wasn't all the way there. Like, when he fought Earl, he really truly thought all the way with everything in him that he could beat Earl Spence. He fought like that. When he fought Terrence Crawford, it just, it just didn't look right to me. That's all I'm saying, people. I watched the shit. It wasn't no shit that I was looking at and I was like, it was Terrence Crawford was going to win. So, but like I said, Boots and Boots got plenty of opportunities to fight other fighters. He got a lot of shit right now, but he's not getting no shot with those guys. I don't know why he thinks that. Calling out Earl Spence, Terrence Crawford, you're not getting that fight. You may get that fight if Earl Spence beats Terrence Crawford. You may get that fight. Because Earl is the type of motherfucker that will give the young bull a chance. Because that's what type of nigga he is, right? But I don't know about Terrence Crawford. I think if Terrence Crawford beat Earl Spence, he going to try to move up because he going to try to be great. He going to try to go, maybe try to challenge Jamal Charlo. Because that's how arrogant and I ain't going to say arrogant, but how confident Terrence Crawford is that if he beat Earl, nigga, he gonna be on top of the world. His confidence gonna be up. Like he gonna think he can go there and fuck with Charlo, and I believe Charlo gonna beat the shit out of him. Just my opinion. That's way too much power, bro. Seriously. And Earl Spence give Charlo problems. So that's what I'm trying to tell you. Charlo said, nigga, he's the hardest punch out, and he's listen. And people can say, oh, he being biased because he's stablemates. No, he said, nigga, he's the hardest hitting fighter that have ever hit me, that I sparred with ever. So listen, man, I know Earl hit hard, so I'm not worrying about that. See, I'm not even worried about Terrence Crawford power when it comes to Earl. Earl can take a punch, but I'm worried about is the nigga really gonna sit? Listen, I'm telling you, Terrence Crawford better be real careful about what he asking for, and stop talking like, dude. You listen. If he sits in there like Ugas did with Earl Spence is going to beat the shit out of him. He bet to make Earl Spence move around that ring. If he sat there and he trades with Earl Spence Jr. like Ugas did, he gonna get the listen. Earl gonna knock his ass out. I'm telling you that now. It could be true. I don't think it's true. I think he's still talking to his pops. But if it is true, I believe that his pops is not talking to him, because I believe his pops was a little, maybe it could. Just my opinion. I believe his pops was blindsided from his lack of commitment, and he probably did not know that Porter was going to announce his retirement. I think his pops was like thrown. Like I don't think his pops knew. I just really truly think that. So, you know, you know, I believe, you can have a relationship with your pops in a different type of relationship, right? But you may not get along with it's like me, right? With my pops and shit, right? With my dad, right? Listen, we cool from a distance. When we get together, we don't miss a beat. But we can stay away from each other for a while. But when we together, we together. Like, you know what I'm saying? We father and son. Like, it's just how it is. So, people have different relationships with their pop. So, their relationship probably really based on for years, decades even. That it just was based on boxing. And so that sometimes that's your relationship with your pops. Emotionally and mentally, sometimes you and your pops could be not on the same page. Like, your pops, I believe he probably talked to his pops. I don't think they probably hang like they used to, but but I don't think they don't talk. People say that, that's rumors and shit, but I don't think that's true. Like I can go months without talking to my father. My wife talks to my dad more than I do. So, but when we do talk, we talk. Like, it is what it is. Like, sometimes you outgrow your parents. Like, you on some other shit. You got your own family, you got your own shit doing. Like, it's like a friend. You know what I mean? That's why I consider my friends family. You know, I have friends that I don't talk to like that. Sometimes, but when we get up, it's like we ain't miss a beat. You know what I'm saying? Shit, it's like we back to where we were. You know what I mean? Motherfuckers got their own lives, man. People like, it is what it is. I don't believe that he ain't talking to his pops at all. he talked to him once or twice or something, but they probably listen emotionally and mentally. Sometimes you may not be that connected to people. Like, you know what I'm saying? You might just have sometimes some shit, like, it might be a business transaction kind of relationship. That's why it seems like they may be close. But, once you get older a little bit, you kind of branch off. Like, because you got your own family, you got your own shit that you want, your own expectations that you want to do. Your dad's shit or your whoever you cool with, y'all shit don't line up the same. So you may got to go that way, and your people may had to go that way. That's how that goes, bro. You know what I mean? But like I said, Sean Porter, you know, it is what it is with the whole Terrence Crawford shit. That shit was bullshit to me. And that was crazy because they had like the boxing people, they had to make that fight. You know what I mean? The promoters, a lot of times the promoters be in the way because they about money. They about money and business. It ain't about legacy. It's about money with them. So a lot of times, a lot of these fighters, you ain't seeing them fight a lot of. They wasn't fighting each other, or they wasn't doing a lot of that shit. Mainly that shit was because it was business. It was the promoters. They the promoters a lot of times they all in the motherfucker. Like it was like what Suge said. And these niggas all in the videos and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like you see that shit a lot. Like with these promoters. Like shut the fuck up. Let the fighters like be what they be. It was almost like the Tank shit. I'm not mad at Floyd. Like Floyd, Tank ain't a talker. He's not a raw guy. I get that part. I get why Floyd does what he does. But some of these other fighters, like the promoters all in the motherfucking, like they got more to say than the fighters. I'm like, yo, shut the fuck up. You know what I mean? Like they saying more than the trainers are saying. So, they all in, they fucking up. Like, look, this is the thing that I love about Earl Spence. Earl doesn't get caught up in the media, and even the fans sometimes are telling him who he needs to fight. The man told you what he was going to do. He said, I'm gonna clean my side of the street out. What he meant was, I'm gonna get all the belts that's over here that I can get, and I'm gonna get those motherfuckers, and I see you at the end. He told Terrence Crawford that. He told the world that. The man did that. So now it's the only fight that need to happen. He doesn't need to fight Keith Thurman or Boots Ennis or anybody else, and neither do Terrence Crawford. They don't need to fight nobody. They don't have nothing else to prove. Only thing they got to prove is to each other or who's better. That's it. They don't need to fight nobody else. And like I said, people keep acting like it's going to be these fighters that stop this, stop the negotiations. It's not that. It's going to be these fucking promoters. And I'm telling you, they're a big part of why these fights don't happen. Believe it or not. But like I said, I'm going to give the boxing god or whatever high praise of a lot of these since the Earl Spence fight. It almost seemed like every week or every other week we've been seeing the fighters that need to fight each other. And I love this shit. Only person that ain't been doing shit, like always, been ducking, is Canelo Alvarez. He's this overrated ass motherfucker, man. Get him the fuck up out of here. Now he hurt by it. Nigga, listen, that's your fault. You shouldn't have been ducking. That's what happened when you be ducking. He lost that fight mainly because it was karma, nigga. we talk about the boxing skills and all. He lost that fight because of karma. This nigga was ducking everybody. Lomachenko is okay. He another they overhype him. He's overrated. Sorry to tell you that. Well, we already know that Ryan Garcia is this nigga's an internet boxer. He no different than Jake Paul or something, nigga. Honestly, My real talk. Hopefully he got his shit together and he gonna start. Well, like I said, he's on the right path now. He had his little tune-up fight. Right now he in negotiations to fight Pitbull Cruz in July. He's on the right path. You know, I ain't gonna be that mad at him. Man, listen, man. You don't know nothing about boxing then. If you telling me that Lomachenko is not overrated, you out of your fucking mind. They hype this dude up too much. He's not that great. Listen, dude, he doesn't have no belts. He shouldn't even be in the top 10 pound for pound. He hasn't fought nobody since he lost to Lopez. It ain't our fault that he got it. He went into that fight timid and didn't lose. Listen, listen, man. Shout out to Lomachenko for standing up with his peoples. I ain't got no problem with that. Actually, that take balls. Personally, I ain't got nothing against Lomachenko. I just think as we talking boxing here, he's overrated. They overrating him. It's a hype job. Listen, a lot of people say that. Listen, the first fight, I believe, my honest opinion, people can look at it was like it was a draw. I think Canelo won that. I believe that Canelo outboxed Triple G. The second fight, I believe Triple G won that. Honestly, I believe Triple G won that second fight. The first fight, you could have called it a draw, or you could have gave it to Canelo. Triple G didn't win that fight. The first fight, I don't believe that. I think Canelo outboxed him. Who would watch that time? Mistake time fighting Loma. He got nothing to offer. Right. Listen, the only person that should fight him is probably Tank, because the simple fact that Tank ain't really got nothing to offer but a big payday. You get what I'm saying? Other than that, like, and that's what I was saying about like Tank. Like, I don't want to hear that bullshit about with Tank. Listen, y'all know I'm a big fan of Tank Davis. That's my guy. He from B-More. You know what I'm saying? He from B-More. He from Baltimore. Okay? Listen, that's my guy. Listen, I'll be honest. I'm not that biased when it comes to this nigga. You ain't been fighting nobody. You ain't been fighting nobody, bro. Like, seriously, this Rolly shit, that's an in-house fight. I get it. I understand the shit behind the scenes with Floyd. I get that. That's why Rolly even got that chance. Because Rolly shouldn't even be in the same ring with Tank Davis. Honestly, my honest opinion, that's why I believe Tank gonna beat the shit out of him, because Tank gonna try to prove that this motherfucker should have never been in the ring with him. But Tank haven't fought nobody, man. In like maybe the last 3 years, he haven't really fought anybody. The Cruz shit, that was a decent, good fight. But Cruz shouldn't have been in the ring with Tank. Some of these niggas don't deserve to even be in the ring with him. But that's mainly because he didn't voice his opinion about fighting certain fighters. He wanted to follow the blueprint of Floyd Mayweather of just getting that bag. And I don't give a fuck what nobody say. But shout out to my brother Tank. Shout out to my little brother Tank, man. That's my guy. He said, here's my top five. Leonard, Pacquiao, Mayweather, Ali. I agree with that. I just think that Roy got to be in that top five. Listen, Roberto Durant, I don't know about that. There's only big fight that he really wanted was against Sugar Ray, and I think Sugar Ray went in that bitch bullshitting around, being arrogant and shit. So Yeah, I'm putting Roy in that 5. I don't know about hold up, is that 5? Hold up. You got Sugar Ray, Row, and Manny Pacquiao. Um, that's 2, 4, 5. Yeah, yeah. Like, listen, you could switch out Manny Pacquiao or Robert Durant, but for Roy Jones. Either one, you could pick either one of those two. Because listen, I'm not a big Manny Pacquiao fan. I think, listen, listen, Manny Pacquiao the dog. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. He did some remarkable shit to be as small as he is. But I'm not the biggest fan of Manny Pacquiao. I thought that Manny Pacquiao was a little overrated too, just a little bit. I'm not saying he overrated. He a little bit. But I agree with your top 5. And like I said, it's a toss up between Mayweather and Ali. So that's my opinion. But I definitely gonna throw Roy in that top 5. Yeah, yeah. You gotta put Roy up in there. What's that? Russia? Yeah, listen. You definitely gotta throw Roy up in there. Sugar Ray went into it playing into. Yeah, listen. You might be right about that, but I believe that because I watched that fight. You know what I mean? Listen, uh, I believe that Sugar Ray went in there underestimating Robert. I mean Roberto Durant. I believe he went in there underestimating him. Real talk. That's my opinion, and that's why he got his ass whipped. That's why Sugar Ray got his ass whipped. I'm dead serious about that. That's why he got fucked up. I watched that fight. I probably watched that fight a couple of times. I probably watched that fight like 3 or 4 or 5 times. Who else going? Like 4 or 5 times, I believe he I believe he went in there bullshitting. Not even bullshitting. I believe he just went in there underestimating him. So, and that's why he got his ass whipped. He another motherfucker was sitting there crying. He's trying to get my ass whipped, yeah. Nigga, because you went in there bullshitting. He did the call. Matter of fact, he did the Canelo Alvarez shit. Canelo Alvarez went in there underestimating Beevil, believing his own hype, and got his ass whipped. Plain and simple. His overrated ass. Canelo Alvarez is overrated, bro. Man, I don't give a fuck what nobody say. I'm sick of this nigga. I kept telling motherfuckers, this nigga is ducking all the black fighters. Ever since, listen, ever since Trout, and I forgot the other Dominican dude name, black fighter. Ever since then, nigga, he been ducking black fighters. Cause he basically, to me, he lost both of those fights. They gave him the fight. Yeah, I'm not taking nothing away from Manny Pacquiao. I'm not taking nothing away from him. I'm just saying to me, I can't put Manny Pacquiao. Listen, I'm not putting Manny Pacquiao in my top 5. I just can't do it. I can't do that. So I'd rather throw Roberto Durant there at number 5. But I got Roy at number 4 or some shit. But I'm not putting Manny Pacquiao in my top 5. I listen, man. He did a lot of incredible shit at his him being at his height and shit like that. You know what I mean? He had big mega fights and shit. But you know, he was listen, a lot of times he was catching a lot of those dudes at the Floyd and beat the shit out of them already. You get what I'm saying? And so, you know, not beat the shit out, but Floyd beat them and embarrassed them, and they was a little older, and you know, and their confidence wasn't fully there, and then they go fight somebody like Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao was just picking up, Floyd trash. You know what I mean? He was fighting Floyd left. I ain't gonna say trash leftovers. That's what he was fighting. Like, and that's what I seen. So I'm sorry about that. I don't care about that, huh? I got my Mike Tyson, Lennox Lewis, Roy Jones, and Hopkins. I ain't putting Hopkins in my motherfucking top five, and I'm damn sure ain't putting Lennox Lewis there. Because I think, listen, you think Lennox Lewis could beat Muhammad Ali in his prime? Hell no. Lennox Lewis could not beat Mike Tyson in his prime. He caught Mike Tyson when Mike fell off and shit with the jail and all that goofy shit. I'm not putting in that Moran. You know, okay. I can see that, but I'm not putting him in my top five. Him or Lennox Lewis. Listen, I love Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson not in my top five either. Mike was the baddest man on the planet Earth, but to put him in the top five, no. No. Because if you really truly look at Mike Tyson's resume, he really didn't fight nobody. The motherfuckers he was beating was kind of washed up anyway. Listen, I respect that. I believe Manny won maybe 4 rounds. I give Manny maybe 4, but he didn't win that fight. I think it was 8-4. You gave him 9-3. You know, salute to you on that. But I believe Manny had 4 rounds in there, but he, and that's just me being nice. I probably agree with you, and probably more. I probably give Floyd 10 out of 2 rounds. So I mean, out of 12 rounds. So, I'm being generous of basically saying Manny, when he fought Floyd, he won. You know, I gave him 4 rounds. But I'm damn sure he put no motherfucking Lennox Lewis or Mike Tyson in my top five. Cause Roy Jones in his heyday, nigga, he fought everybody, and at the same time, nigga, he was doing that shit spectacularly. Roy was a bad man. Yeah, listen. Sugar Ray Robinson, best of all times. Listen, man, listen. Those niggas couldn't really box, bro. Like seriously, it's almost like listen. I love Sugar Ray Robinson, one of the all-time greats. Look, top 10, yes, not top 5. Sorry, bro, I can't put him in the top 5. Sorry, and he has skills, but it's like them old basketball. It's like Bill Russell and them niggas, man. They ain't had no motherfucking skills. Not like. Not they are niggas. They don't have those skills. They never had those type of skills. No boxing skills like that. They ain't had a Sugar Ray Leonard boxing skills and shit like that. The Muhammad Ali boxing skills, nigga. Like Muhammad Ali changed the game with the skills. Believe it or not. After Muhammad Ali, all those niggas that I named or people that you seen was all Muhammad Ali babies. Even Floyd Mayweather. So. And God rest his soul, Pernod Whitaker. My guy, another guy. That's in my top 10. Right, yeah. I mean, Muhammad Ali, listen, him and Floyd is like 1-2 AB to me. Like, you know what I mean? But everybody will consider Ali the GOAT. So, and I can't fight people on that. Oh, you said, oh, my bad. Okay. Yeah, no, I get that. But even if they listen, Muhammad Ali was before my era, but I watched that shit, and I know that when Muhammad Ali came in the game, he changed the game. He brought this different boxing skills, this athleticism, and this that showboating shit. Niggas wasn't doing that. They was not doing what Muhammad Ali was doing. Go look at some tape for as what, Smith. Are you talking about Jordan? No, listen, man. Listen, I don't like Jordan personally. Like, I think he's a sellout. But listen, uh, you can't take away from what Jordan did, bro. Jordan is the GOAT. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. They always like to throw LeBron up there, man. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. He ain't even on that level. He ain't on Kobe level. He's not on Magic Johnson level. He's not on those. He's not on Kareem Abdul-Jabbar level. He's not on Tim Duncan level. He's not. Listen, that dude. Listen. I think Shaq is better than fucking LeBron. And that's just my opinion. I truly believe that. Who you talking about? Who you talking about, Smith? Russia crazy. Listen, I understand that, bro. Listen, I'm not taking nothing away from Sugar Ray Robinson, man. Sugar Ray Robinson is a GOAT. He one of the GOATs. You know what I mean? He a top 10, he a legend. Nobody taking nothing away from him, but he's not in the top 5. I'm sorry. I can't put him there. I look at him like the Bill Russells, man. Those dudes was playing, they was fighting motherfuckers in a certain type of era that it was just different, bro. That's the shit wasn't the same like this era. I don't think that Sugar Ray Robinson would beat some of these guys that I got listed. I'm dead serious about it. Yeah, listen, I understand that, bro. This nigga Apollo Creed. This nigga crazy. Wow. I'm not, listen, bro. I understand that he got his style. Listen, bro. Floyd got his style from Ali too. Sugar Ray Leonard got his style from Ali too. Listen, I believe Floyd better than them. All of them. I think Floyd is actually the GOAT, believe it or not. But people put Ali there. What up, brother Bell? Shout out to my little brother Bell up in the building. OBF member. I mean OBF family member. Uh, listen, listen. It's all good. Listen, man. We talking about boxing. I understand what motherfuckers did outside of boxing. I get that. That's why, like with Floyd, I don't like Floyd personally. Outside of boxing, I can't stand this nigga. Personally, I can't stand this nigga. But I give him his props inside that ring. His profession. He was great at what he did. I think he was the best that ever did that shit. To me. That's just my opinion about it. Listen, there wasn't nobody like Floyd. There ain't gonna be another Floyd. Like I said, like the dude Boots Ennis, he's getting ready to be the new, like everybody trying to compare him to Floyd. No, listen, this dude's different, man. He's getting ready to be Boots Ennis, nigga. He's getting ready to do a whole of Boots Ennis. That's why I like Boots. I love me some Boots. Who he duck? Who he duck? Who he duck, Bell? Yeah, listen, listen. Outside of boxing, I would prefer Manny Pacquiao over motherfucker Floyd Mayweather. At least he give a fuck about his people. Like I respect that about him. You know what I mean? Floyd Mayweather don't give a fuck about his people. Listen, man. Come on, man. Come on, bro. Listen, stop disrespecting Floyd's skills, bro. He did listen. The dude, yeah, listen, Floyd got the bag, and plus, Floyd got the bag, and he fought all the competition. Who did he duck? Who did he duck? Listen, you only can do the best you can do. You only listen. Floyd Mayweather, like you say, he set the game high, right? But Floyd did not duck fighters. Listen, Floyd say, listen, I'm gonna get the bag too. You're not just gonna have me fighting these fighters and I'm not getting the bag. He did something that a lot of fighters, even to this day, don't do. And they can't do. They don't know how to balance that. I salute Floyd on that. Like, Floyd understood, nigga, I'm not fighting these motherfucking fighters if my bag ain't right. I ain't gonna go out here and get my brains beat up and you ain't gonna pay me. Shit, man, salute to Floyd. Seriously, on that, y'all wrong about that, bro. Y'all wrong about it, man. Y'all need to give Floyd way more props than y'all give him. Hold on, give me a second, people. Yeah, I'm back, people. Listen, man, y'all gotta stop that shit, man. Listen, y'all personally can't take y'all personal agendas about Floyd Mayweather outside of boxing and act like this man didn't do nothing like spectacular. Like this dude changed the game. These niggas, he set the blueprint for these niggas that's coming up now, these fighters coming up now. That's why, like, listen, I love Devin Haney. But for Devin Haney to sacrifice his bag and go over to a whole nother country where this dude, nobody knew who the fuck Cambosos was until he beat Lopez. I didn't. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Nigga, I'm not sacrificing my bag. And then I go, first of all, I'm gonna get a pay cut. And then I still gotta go over there with you. When you only beat Lopez. You didn't beat a whole bunch of people that we know. Like, I didn't even know who Cambosos was. I love Devin Haney. That's the little homie, man. Listen, bro. I'm sorry, Devin. Listen. You better go over there and beat the shit out of him. Because if you don't, nigga, this was stupid. This was a stupid move. Get your bag, nigga. Get your bag, and you can do your legacy shit. You ain't got to have it right away a lot of the times. You still a champion. Listen, Devin Haney didn't have to take this pay cut. Devin Haney could allow this nigga Cambosos to continue to run around and duck him. Everybody been ducking Devin. And let's just be honest. He the boogeyman. He the boogeyman at 130 and 135. Nobody want to fuck with him. He could have still had that persona. It ain't his fault that niggas is ducking him. It's not his fault, bro. That's like I said. A lot of those fighters they was ducking Devin Haney. And it was the promoters that was ducking Devin Haney. You don't want to fuck with Devin Haney. He's special. Listen, come on, man. You telling me these promoters ain't telling me this ain't a good fight, you gonna lose. It's about the bag, too. Nigga, listen, they going off the... Listen, first of all, if we going for legacy, nigga, I gotta get a... It's just almost like Earl Spence and Crawford, right? Crawford, listen, bro, You got one belt. Your resume don't even speak for itself. People may have, well, I know they've been ducking, Terrence Crawford, right? And he had fucked up promotion. They wasn't promoting him like they supposed to and wasn't getting them fights. I get that part. You have to understand that that happened. Your resume is what it is, bro. So maybe you take a 60-40 split. You take the 40. No lesser than that. But you damn sure don't deserve 50. Devin Haney the same way. Devin Haney is damn near taking a fucking 80, 80-30 or some shit, or 80-20 or 70-30 for this fight? Come on, bro. Listen, you can chase your legacy, true. You can chase your legacy and still get the bag. Floyd gave these niggas the blueprint. And like I said, if Devin Haney wins this fight, because Mayweather had to do that with Oscar. He had to take a pay cut. So he's doing some shit that Floyd did because it's the blueprint, right? But after Floyd beat Oscar, shit changed after that. So Devin got to do what Floyd did with Oscar to Kambosos. That's all he got to do. But he gave up too much. I'm not like far as like going to fight this nigga in Australia. Get the fuck out of here. I'm not agreeing to that. It's not. It's not like Earl, like listen, Terrence Crawford cannot go in this negotiation asking for 50-50. Your resume don't speak for that. You don't put more asses in the seats than Earl Spence. And that's a fact. You don't do better pay-per-view numbers than Earl Spence. You don't have the resume as Earl Spence at 147. You don't have more belts than Earl Spence at 147. Who the fuck are you to come in there and ask for 50-50 because you got one belt? And you don't have a resume. You got all the fucking, you ain't even got all of Earl Spence leftovers. You got one of his leftovers, which was Sean Porter. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Listen, and I'm gonna be very honest about it. Only person that gonna fuck this shit up if this fight don't happen with Earl Spence and Terrence Crawford is Terrence Crawford. Coming in there acting like he's bigger than what he is. Nigga, nobody, listen, I didn't even know who the fuck Terrence Crawford was about 4 or 5 years ago. Maybe about 4 or 5 years ago, I knew who he was. But that was about 4 or 5 years ago. I knew who Earl Spence was about 7 to 8 years ago. I'm just saying here, people. This man, Earl Spence, accomplished more at 147 than Terrence Crawford. And I'm not saying it's all Terrence Crawford's fault. But he was getting paid too. He was getting that bag, not fighting high competition. And that's just a fact. So now, nigga, you take a pay cut if you want the legacy. You got the bag. Listen, Bob Arum was paying this nigga. He was getting the bag. People keep failing to realize that. This niggas was getting like 6-7 million a fight. I might be a little off on it, might be 5 to 6, but he was getting a bag, bro. Yeah, he went from pretty boy to money maker, but he was still fighting the best fighters. There's a couple of fighters here and there, and I was like, ugh. He was fighting a lot of mandatories too. That's why I was telling everybody. Everybody kept acting like Floyd wasn't fighting nobody. Nigga, he was fighting his mandatories. He wasn't ducking nobody, nigga. He was fighting his mandatories. You can't call a nigga ducking if he fighting his mandatories. Floyd was not fighting people if the bag wasn't right. And listen, and it's understandable. I'm not. Listen, I'm the A side. Why would I take less to fight you when you don't offer me nothing? First of all, money wise, you don't offer me nothing. And then second of all, Floyd changed the game, nigga. He said, fuck those belts. He had a lot of belts anyway. That's why he told Tank, nigga, fuck those belts. Nigga, what you need belts for? Nigga, you the cash cow. You making money. You making more money or making just as much money as the rest of these niggas. You don't need those belts for what? The legacy, it ain't even about the belts to me. I don't really give a fuck about the belts too much, really, like that, right? They do count, but it doesn't really matter now. Like, it's the fighter. It's who you fight. But the money gotta be right too. I'm not fighting you for no bullshit money. I'm just not. If you ain't listen, think about this. Why would I fight a motherfucker if a motherfucker ain't bringing nothing to the table? I don't give a fuck how much people say that person is great. Why would I fight them? They don't bring nothing to the table. Like, nigga, I can make more money fighting somebody that is not as talented, not as known, then I can fight a nigga that has the talent and is known but not putting asses in the seats. It's just real talk. You have to build your fan base. People got mad at Floyd for that. Nigga, you can't fight a nigga why would Floyd fight a nigga if them niggas ain't putting asses in the seats? He ain't helping putting asses in the seats. Floyd gonna put asses in the seats on his own. Why would I fight a nigga that ain't putting no asses in the seats? And why would I take less money to fight you when I can fight a nigga that ain't, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all gotta be real about that, man. Cause like I said, even when you get in there with a fighter that ain't as talented as the fighter that, you know, that is popular, that ain't putting asses in the seat, it's a very good possibility that fighter can still hit you with a lucky shot and get you the fuck up out of there. Shit, look, the Mandana, whatever the fuck his name is, he did to Floyd. Floyd had to fight him twice. Floyd don't have that. I mean, Floyd got maybe, listen, Floyd maybe got like 20 knockouts. But that's mainly when he was like Pretty Boy Floyd and shit. He got more of his knockouts when he was Pretty Boy Floyd. When he came Money Mayweather, he may got about 2 to 3, maybe, you know. But it doesn't matter. He still won. You don't have to listen. People get that shit misconstrued. You gotta win a fight and you gotta knock a nigga out. No, you don't. It's like you know what? Let me explain this shit to y'all, because people get this shit misconstrued about Floyd. Listen, because everybody like, oh well, he wasn't a puncher. Listen, bro. It's like a drug dealer, right? It's two different types of drug dealers to me, right? It's a drug dealer that goes out there and gotta make this name for himself to be this tough guy, to get in there to brawl with niggas, show him how tough he is, right? And he may get some respect. But it's gonna be a nigga out there that's gonna test your gangster anyway, right? If you're a drug dealer, that the other drug dealer is a motherfucker that understands, nigga, you can't beef and make money at the same time. But here and there, you may got fucking nigga up here and there, may got shoot a nigga, whatever. But you smart. That's Floyd Mayweather. He the smart drug dealer. He ain't got to show how tough he is. He got to show you how much power he got. His money speaks for it. Like, nigga, I'm about to bag. I'm about to bag, but at the same time, if I got to prove to you to fuck you up, I do that if I have to, if you push me to that. But if I don't have to, I'm not going to do that. Hopefully that makes sense to y'all. Hopefully that makes sense to y'all. Y'all need to stop with that Floyd shit, man. Like, Floyd set the blueprint, and these niggas is trying to follow the blueprint and trying to do that. And the only person to me is only two boxers that's actually doing that to me, and it's Devin Haney and no, three: Devin Haney, Gervonta Tank Davis, and Earl Spence. They're the only two dudes that know how to balance it. They balancing that shit right now. Because you got to balance it. You can't just be, like you said, if a motherfucker just all about the bag, you know he ain't fighting nobody. You see what happened to Canelo? He ducked all the motherfuckers. He ducked and was still getting the bag. And what happened? He ran into karma, and his dumb ass got his ass whipped. That's what happens when you duck motherfuckers. That's ducking. Don't tell me Floyd was ducking niggas. Canelo Alvarez is a ducker. Yeah, listen, I believe Mike Tyson lost that fight because he wasn't dedicated to the fight. He was doing, listen, he was with Bobby Brown the night before getting high. People don't realize that shit. That nigga was, I think it was, what, they was in China or some shit. They was somewhere, and Tyson was out there. Him and Bobby Brown was getting high fucking hoes the night before, 2 nights before, something like that. That nigga wasn't dedicated, nigga. Tyson will tell you, nigga, he wasn't himself fully. Tyson got arrogant and went into that fight thinking that, nigga, I'm just going to knock this motherfucker out in a couple of rounds and he be gone. And let me go back to snorting coke and fucking white bitches. I mean, come on, man. Like, y'all need to stop, man. And first of all, y'all need to be honest about a lot of this shit. And you got, like I said, you look at Tyson's resume, he really didn't fight nobody. Let's just be honest. He was another one of those fighters that did not fight a lot. Like, if you look at his resume, he really didn't fight nobody. He started fighting people after he came out of jail. But then after that, he was almost damn near a shell of himself. Listen, personally, I don't like Mike Tyson. But, it's Mike, man. You know what I mean? You gonna hate him or you gonna love him. I don't hate him. He just ain't my cup of tea. I don't like Mike Tyson personally. I think Mike is one of those dudes that is mentally ain't right in the head. I believe Mike got bipolar, and I'm just telling people that honestly. I believe he may got CTE or some shit like that. Mike ain't been right. Like, Mike ain't been right since he was a kid, man. Like, seriously. And I keep telling you about people that with mental illness and shit. Like, Mike been molested and shit like that. Like, come on, bro. It is what it is with Mike. You know what I mean? But I can't take nothing away from him. But if you want to be honest about, the competition that he fought in the 80s, he didn't really fight nobody, bro. Really, honestly. And he ran into Buster Douglas. And then when he fought Buster Douglas, he was whipping Buster Douglas' ass. But Buster Douglas had another thing of that second win, and that's what fucked Mike up, because Mike he was knocking niggas out. He wasn't going that long in fights, bro. He was knocking niggas out in like 6 rounds. I think that's the farthest he ever went. I'm not judging Mike off of the shit he did back in the day. But you don't get to ignore the past either. Like, you know what I'm saying? Especially if your past is somehow still some way affecting your you know your present day, and you still showing that same bullshit. I'm not Mike doing Mike, man. I'm proud of Mike. Like, you know what I'm saying? It just personally, I just think Mike is a loose cannon, man. Mike a little off, bro. Everybody know that about Mike. Yeah, look, Mike had just lost Gus too. He wasn't right. He wasn't right. Mike wasn't right either. Mike, listen, Mike always been okay. He was in Japan. He was in Japan. Okay, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Him and Bobby Brown was getting high, nigga, like the night before. Mike, listen, Mike is an emotional wreck. Like, I'm telling you, dude was molested, bullied, all types of shit happened to him, man. Mike ain't been right, man. Abandoned, like, abused and all types of shit, man. Mike ain't right, man. I'm just happy that he's in a somewhat good place. I'm proud of Mike. Personally, I am. You know what I'm saying? But personally, I'm not a big fan of Mike Tyson's personally, because I just think that Mike ain't right, man. Mike says shit. Mike used to get bullied and turned into the bully. He's still a bully to me. I believe Mike's still a bully. You know what I mean? I watch his podcast. I think Mike be saying some he be bullying motherfuckers, and I don't like that shit. Yeah, man, listen. I keep telling listen, man. Mike ain't nobody to be rolling around fucking with. Okay, like leave Mike alone, bro. He first of all, he ain't wrapped too tight up here. And physically, nigga, he can still knock you the fuck out. Like, why would you want to play with a dude that hands is indicted? Like, this dude hands is still illegal. Like, why are you fucking with him? Like, yo, leave Mike alone, bro. That's why I tell people, when you go up there with Mike, and he got his podcast and shit, go. Excuse me. When you go up there and you sit down with Mike Tyson, understand when you go up there and sit down with Mike Tyson in that podcast, nigga, you better. Mike, that type of motherfucker, you gonna be humble, bro. He gonna humble you. Niggas know Mike will fuck you up. Like, I don't give a fuck who it is. Mike will whoop your ass. Like, seriously, I ain't saying that he can't get his ass whipped. We seen him get his ass whipped. Mike lost fights. He already told you that. But, nigga, like, Mike ain't that dude to be going up there fucking with, man. You don't fuck with Mike. Leave Mike alone, man. He one of those dudes you just don't fuck with, bro. Like, seriously, the only way you can, stop Mike from fucking you up, unless you way bigger than him, and he can be. Listen, Mike will fuck a big nigga up. Seriously. So it's not like a 50-50 chance. If you bigger than Mike, you gonna whip his ass. It's not a 50-50 chance. The only way you gonna stop a motherfucker like Mike, if you kill him, you gotta shoot him. Like, you can't. He's one of those dudes. They didn't listen. Nobody calls him. Mike's still the baddest man on the earth. I don't give a fuck what nobody say, man. Nobody who fucks with Mike Tyson, bro. Leave Mike the fuck alone, bro. Leave Mike alone. I don't give a fuck who you is. If you're a racist, don't roll up on Mike. Mike will fuck. You better shoot Mike. That's your best bet. Shoot him. I'm not condoning violence. I'm just saying, you don't go fucking with somebody like Mike Tyson, bro. Real talk. Even boxers, period. Why niggas go fuck with boxers? Like, dude, you niggas got death wish. You better go in there with a gun. Because if you go in there with your hands, it's like the motherfucking boxer got a gun. Them hands is guns. What is wrong with you motherfuckers going to going to a gunfight with a knife. Man, please. Man, listen, man. Niggas, listen. Big niggas know not to be rolling up on Mike like that. So stupid ass white people, a white person on a plane, fucking with Mike Tyson. What you thought was gonna happen? You was gonna get your ass whipped. It's not even about being scared of Mike. It's almost like show some fucking respect. Leave Mike alone, man. He ain't that dude to be fucking with. He's one of those dudes that you just don't fuck with. You just leave him be. Unless you willing to kill him, you leave him alone, bro. He not that dude to be fucking around with, man. Listen, that comes with that listen, people don't realize the thing about boxing, right? It's probably in basketball too a little bit, and it's probably less racism in basketball, right? But it's not as much racism in basketball. Football, boxing, tennis, and shit like that. Like, yo, it's a golf, all that shit. It's a lot of racism, and so like a lot of these, like a lot of this shit is based on a lot of racism. They don't like to see black people winning. Like, and I always tell it about my people. Like, yo, we have to understand, like, when we're being successful and they see like some of these white people see black people being successful and getting praised, they hate that shit because they've been programmed to hate black people doing good or listen. They used to kill black people for knowing how to read, just reading. These motherfuckers didn't even want us sitting in the same restaurants with them. They only think that we're good to entertain them. Some white people, right? But come on, bro. They've been programmed that way. So when I watch that shit with the Floyd shit, with the the announcer dude or whatever that was interviewing Floyd after that fight, it was bullshit. Floyd had a right to be mad about that. Like, you always fucking with me. Why everything, like, you got so much negative shit? Give me my props. Give me my flowers. Why you kiss everybody else ass, but me, I'm out here dominating the sport. I'm out here changing the shit. I'm setting the blueprint for my people and other boxers. Canelo Alvarez tried to take that same blueprint, but he was actually ducking motherfuckers. Nobody calling Canelo out for ducking. They still right now out here acting like Canelo Alvarez is still top 5 pound for pound. Which he still is, but they still got him over Earl Spence and them. Like, come on, bro. What the fuck are you doing? Lomachenko. He ain't even from America. And these motherfuckers are still putting Lomachenko in the top 10 pound for pound. He don't even have no belts. He don't even have no belts. And he ducked Devin Haney. And Tank Davis. He ducked Tank too. So people want to tell, Floyd fucked that. No, Floyd offered Bob Arum deal with Tank and Lomachenko turned that down. That's a fact. These niggas in duck season. They always ducking niggas. And everybody keep giving them all these props. Y'all need to stop that shit, man. Listen, a lot of this shit is racism. They shit on the black players. I mean, the black boxers criticize everything they do, but the white and the Latino players and the Mexican players, they get away with murder. They do the same exact shit as some of the black fighters, right? Even worse, and they get passes. Get the fuck out of here, man. Listen, it's racism that's in this boxing shit, and we can't ignore that. We can't deny that. That's why niggas be hating on Floyd. Like, seriously. Like, stop hating on Floyd when it comes to this boxing shit. Yes, personally, yeah, Floyd ain't shit. But when it comes to this boxing shit, Floyd is the blueprint. To me, he's the GOAT. And I don't like him personally. I think he's a sellout. Yeah, a nigga that came from gutter that's worth billions. He a billionaire. You got to give that man his props. Listen, we may not like all his tactics outside of boxing, but in boxing, he fucked them up. This nigga came on, I don't know who I forgot who he fought, but in the later his career, that nigga came on and said, nigga, I got $100 check. I mean, $100 million check. You got to respect that, bro. I got the check right here. Listen, he may even be a slime ball as promoter, right? He may even be a slime ball with the money. But listen, you can't call 50 Cent can't call Floyd Mayweather broke. He's worth $1 billion, bro. You can call Floyd selfish. You can call him whatever you want. The nigga he got his money. He changed the game. Yes, should he probably do more to do business with black people? Yes, he should. But that's personal shit. But as a boxer, as a promoter, you have to give Floyd his props, bro. He changed the game. He changed the game for y'all, man. Like, seriously, I don't know why people like can't separate, they personal vendettas or hate or disappointment in Floyd from what he did. Like, I give Floyd his props, bro. I'll be right back, people. And let me just say this about my people, right? Because I don't want to get too deep in it, right? But let me just say this about my people. When we get in positions and shit of power, we do more tearing down our other black folks than we uplift. And that's what the problem is. We don't have to agree. Like, I don't agree with Floyd outside of his occupation, like what he does. Like, I'm like, outside of boxing, I can't stand Floyd. But I'm not going to shit on this brother and act like he didn't do nothing good. It's the same thing with Jay-Z. He did great business moves, but I don't fuck with him. Personally, I think the man is a snake, but I wouldn't do business with him. But if it came down to it where he actually was like I don't know, like I got certain type of morals, so I probably wouldn't do business with those type of people. You know what I'm saying? Like the 50 Cents or the Diddies and shit like that. These guys in Mayweather, I wouldn't do business with them because it's just it's business too. Because I even with business for me, I'm different. I stand on morals. So I roll with certain loyalty and shit. Like I need that. I don't need you to snake me out at the end. And usually that's what happens with the Jay-Z's, the Puffies, the 50 Cents and the Floyd Mayweathers. Those guys is worth a lot of money and they don't do big business with each other. They in competition with each other. And it's stupid. These guys should be building monopolies together. But they don't do that because the white man tells them that they have to be in competition. You are unusual black people. You're different. No, they not. They us. Like nigga, stop acting like stop allowing them to tell you that. They should be doing business with each other, not having competition. You worth way too much money. First of all, you too old to be in competition. And you know your people is hurting, but you want to be in competition because the white man told you you got to be in competition. Listen, people, it's not enough money in the world to make me be in competition with my people. I'm sorry, I can't do that. I'm built different. I've been raised by people that I idolize and people that are my heroes. I watched what they do. I knew what they stood for, so I'm built different. My idols are different than a lot of motherfuckers. So I'm different. I'm about my people. I'm about like nigga, if I got you gonna have. Like I'm on that level. I'm not on no competition shit with people. That's why I don't do this shit on YouTube to be in competition with people. I don't give a fuck what other viewers put up. I mean, how many other views that other black people got. I don't care about that. But if motherfuckers want to work with me, I'm with that. I'm okay. I'm good with that. Let's work together. But I'm not in competition with you. Like I'm not doing that, nigga. I'm okay. I'm very confident of who I am as a person, so I don't have to be in competition with you. I don't have to do that. Financially, I'm fine. I don't need your money, even if your money is larger than mine. I don't need that shit to be in, trying to reach what you got. I don't care about that shit. I'm okay where I'm at. I'm fine. My motherfucking family is taken care of. We good. A lot of our black people don't understand that shit. We stay in competition with each other too much, and that's part of our downfall. That's why we can't unify. We can't build shit. I told you my motto this year, nigga. I ain't wearing nobody clothes, nigga. I'm wearing my man. Make sure y'all go to my man Talking and Grubbing channel. He got merch over there. Get some merch over there. I'm rocking his shit now. You gonna see me in a tank top, or nigga, you gonna see me in his merch. I just I found the new distributor the distributor far as my uh 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 um my merch. So I got merch coming hopefully hopefully by the end of this month or the beginning of the next month. I got merch coming. So it's already printed and I'm just waiting on the merch, get sent to me. You know what I'm saying? And that I know that people can go out and start buying the merch. I got the OBF family shirts coming. I'm getting ready to put in another order for Mr. OBF merch. I got some shit coming. I'm getting ready to I'm working on talking you know, talking deals and shit with for us the hats. I'm trying to get some hats and shit. That's my next step to get the hats. Right now we in the shirts right now. You know what I mean? And we got the chains, people. OBF the family chains. I got one on right now. Hopefully y'all can see that. You know what I'm saying? So make sure you guys, if you want the chains, let me know. Go to my email, Mr. KJ 200, and let me know what you want. You can send the money through the Cash App. Um, the chains is $50. The chains is 50. You know what I'm saying? So the shirts they gonna come out charging 25 for the shirts. You know what I'm saying? And the only reason I'm even charging 25 for the shirts because they got the delivery charge and shit. So that's mainly what that is. So that's how that should be. So yeah. The hats, when the hats come out, I'm charging 30 for the hats. The hats cost a little more, people. The shirts is what it is, but the chains is 50. You know what I'm saying? If anybody want these OBF family chains, I got the if you want to Mr. OBF chain, I could do that to you. That's 50. So, yeah, just hit me through the emails. Go to Mr. KJ200 gmail.com and let me know what you want. Send me the email and send me your address, and you know what I mean. You got my word. I won't publish nobody address and no shit like that, and I'll send the merch off. You know what I mean? And then you donate to the Cash App. You know what I mean? Once I see the money in the Cash App, I send it straight off. So that's how it is. But I need to give me your emails. Send me the emails first, and then send the money through the Cash App. So that's how we do it. Yeah, but we got the chains right now. The chains is here, and I got the shirts on the way. So that's how we gonna do that. And make sure y'all guys go to my brother Talking and Grubbing channel and get that merch, man, and subscribe and support my brother's channel. I mean, he do big content over there. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's my guy. Like, we shit. I've been on Talking almost 6 years now. Like, and we hit it off right away. That's my guy. I support him. He support me. That's how we do. Like, I'm not in competition with him. Like, it ain't no competition with my brother. I always support people. I ain't in competition with my people, man. We got the same objective. We trying to do bigger and better shit. We trying to uplift our people. He does it on the sports level. I do it on my political shit here now. I do now. I'm talking about boxing. I'm doing sports shit, but I'm good at doing this boxing shit. So that's my new lane. I mean not my new lane, but that's my lane. I stay in my lane. You know what I mean? I don't want to step on other people's toes with certain shit. So I just I'm not in like I said, I'm not in competition with people. It's no reason to be in competition with people. I don't give a fuck about that shit. Even the coons, I ain't in competition with coons. Do you? Get your bag. If you can look yourself in the mirror and you think that's okay or what you doing, all money ain't good money. But hey, if you think that's what you gonna do, go ahead and do it. But understand that I'm coming after you for putting that negative narrative out here and misleading the people. Of course I'm gonna get in your ass. But other than that, personally, I have nothing against you because I don't give a fuck about what you do. But I give a fuck about you putting misinformation out to my people. Of course I do. Then it becomes personal. But personally, I don't give a fuck about them like that. Like I don't really care about them like that. So, we just got to do better at that, man. We do too much of this competition shit, but we've been programmed to do this. And that's why we destroy each other. That's why we in the streets destroying each other. Competition, competition. You know what I mean? Nigga nobody's my competition. And it's not in a negative way. I'm confident in who I am as a person, where I'm at my life, my bank account, whatever it is. I don't need your type of money if it's big money, and I don't need none less. I'm okay. I'm not in competition with people. I don't give a fuck about that shit. People care too much about that shit. You don't die with none of this shit. You only can die with your morals and how people receive it. And then, like I said, after like a week or two, and it depends how respected you are. In these day and age, shit, it may be 2 days motherfuckers be talking about you. Right? You die, nobody, niggas gotta get on with their life and gotta move on, and which they should. But you have to have your impact where people remember you for something good. Instead of all this competition, this nonsense, this coonery, this buffoonery, the negative shit. Like, man, my good gotta outweigh my bad. I always tell people, I'm going to take this shit to a whole nother level because my good actually, because my first 20 years was fucked up, right? The last 20 years, I've been evolving and I've been better, right? So my good is just as equal as my bad. So now I gotta take that shit to a whole nother level to where my good outweighs my bad. I'm even right now. So I'm doing, I'm on some other shit. You know what I mean? I'm getting ready to do some big shit. I got the documentary get ready come. I'm working on my documentary. I'm working on some shit that where I'm going around and I'm gonna try to, help people out with their rent and shit like that. I'm on some shit like that, bro. I'm not on this competition shit with my people. I'm here to help my people. I'm not here to be in competition with my people. It's stupid. It's a downfall. It's some bullshit. And we need to all understand that. Stop having competition. They put us like we in this competition. Even when I'm at work, dude, I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. Like, nigga, I do me. I ain't trying to be better than you. I just do me. And I'm proud of you doing what you do. Like, I ain't in a competition with you. People do that goofy shit. I don't understand that shit. You know what I mean? First of all, I'm too old to be in competition with a motherfucker. You know what I mean? I know who I am as a person. I ain't got nothing to prove to no motherfucking body other than my daughter. That's it. And I ain't got to prove nothing to my wife. She know who I am, nigga. All I got to do is make her still, still feel appreciated. That's it. Other than that, and loved. Other than that, I don't got nothing to prove to nobody. And friends my friends is not friends to me, they my family. So my family, nigga, all you need from me is loyalty. That's it. And if you know me, I'm loyal to you. So I got nothing to prove to people. So people gotta know themselves, man. And people gotta stop acting like they gotta prove something. And accept where they are in life sometimes. Like, if you fucked up and down and out, yeah, I get that you want to prove yourself and want to do better. I get that. But when you get to a certain space in your life where you just comfortable and you good and you don't need all that other extra shit, like, I don't need to be rich, dude. I'm okay. I had somebody had sent me some shit a while ago. They was like, you don't want no big luxury car for what? Nigga, I get around in my car, it's just as fine. I'm getting ready to go take my car to the shop, nigga. My car's paid off for. My wife's car is paid off for, nigga. We good. She got a Lexus truck. I got a Ford Flex. We good, nigga. My next vehicle probably be a pickup truck, because I do want me a pickup truck. But I ain't in the rush for it. Like, I'm okay. I save for it, nigga, to get that. Because I want to, when I go get this next truck, I ain't going to do like I did last time. You learn from your lessons before. When I go get the pickup truck that I want, and I know my wife gonna want another truck, so I'm gonna save for that. It's like saving for your kids' college fund and shit. Like, nigga, I save for that. I'm like, I got money to the side for my daughter. Like, when she ready to go to college and when she start driving, she can automatically just go to like, what car you want, and I go to the dealership and get a reasonable car. I ain't get no goddamn Benz. Fuck that luxury shit, nigga. You know what I'm saying? But she had the money to get the car. Like, I'm okay. Like, I'm not trying to be like everybody else. I'm me. I'm Kenny, nigga. I'm fine. I don't need to be like everybody. I don't need to fit in with everybody else, nigga. Like, seriously. Like, people got this thing that they need to fit in with people. You don't need to fit in. Just be your fucking self. Love who you are. Like, goddamn. You trying to be something that you not. Nigga, I ain't trying to be nothing I'm not. Nigga, I know exactly who I am, and I know exactly what I want and where I'm at, and I'm good. Only thing I'm working on right now that I want and my wife want is to get our dream house. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Everything else don't mean shit, man. Like, a lot of shit that people be like focus on too much. They focus on that shit too much, man. Yeah, people focus on a lot of that shit too much, man. Like, you don't die with none of that shit, man. Like, seriously. I die dead tomorrow, nigga. I listen, I told my wife, niggas, look, get rid of this shit. Like, I got all this equipment, all this other shit, man. Just get that shit. You know what I mean? Sell it. Whatever. Do whatever you want to do with all this equipment. God forbid I died, you know what I'm saying? But, everybody got their time. It's time for them to go. But, nigga, get rid of all this shit. I don't need it. She ain't gonna need it. For what? Like, materialistic shit, man. It's just a lot of this shit just to feed your ego a lot of the times. Even money. It just to feed your ego, bro. I feel good about myself when I help other people. I don't like I'm happy I got shit that I can go buy certain shit that I want to get, but uh, you know, that's just some shit I want. you know what I mean, that I can afford, but it's not a big thing to me. When I help other people, it means more. I'm built that way. I've always been built that way. I've been raised that way. So, you know, I tell people I'm different. I ain't like everybody else, man. And I don't want to be like everybody else, nigga. I want to be me. I want to be Kenny. I want to be, and I ain't trying to be this special nigga and nothing like that. It's just, I don't like to be like other people. Other people is who they are, man. I'm different. I understood that I was different when I knew I was different, I probably was about 25 when I knew I was different. And I understood that I'm not the same like everybody else. So I got to move through life a little differently. I'm not going to go down the same road as everybody else, even though it might be like some people go down the easier path. I may not do that because, simple fact, I'm not that person. You know what I mean? So, you know, I may not go down that hard road because it may not be for me. Like, but I move the way I move. Sometimes I move to go down the hard path. Sometimes I move to the easy path. It all depends what the situation is. You just got to know yourself, people. That's all. But anyway, people, let's get up out of here, man. I love talking boxing with y'all, man. I got a little deep. I'm sorry. I apologize. But, you know, I still got to drop some jewels when I do these type of live streams. And I highly appreciate all y'all coming in and rocking with me on a Sunday. You know what I mean? Hope everybody having a blessed Sunday. Make sure you guys subscribe to this channel. Share this video. Share all the videos on this channel. Make sure you guys subscribe. Hit that like button, people. Make sure you hit that goddamn like button. You know what I mean? Make sure you guys subscribe to Mr. My channel, Mr. OBF. This is the family channel. We got some shit that we need to work out, but we gonna come, people. We got shows coming, man. But I'm taking my time with them. I'm not just throwing everybody out here to do shows no more, because it backfired. So I'm being smart about it. You gotta learn from your past mistakes. That's why I tell everybody. Make sure you guys go and subscribe to Mr. OBF, my channel. I may do another live stream in about an hour or two. If not, I do one tomorrow. And make sure you guys, if you can, it's possible, donate to the Cash App. Go to the Cash App, OBF The Real, and donate to the channel. Like I said, if you want some chains and stuff like that, the OBF family chains, you want these chains, it's $30. Make sure you guys just email me. Go to Mr. KJ200 at gmail.com and let me know what you want. And at the same time, leave your address and then go to the Cash App and put the money there as well, right? And then you guys will receive your merch by then. Excuse me. Hell, they so loud. Then you'll get your merch in a week or two. So we highly appreciate everybody rocking with us, man. Share this video. Leave your comments. Hit that like button. Support your boy, Mr. OBF. Peace and love to the world.
Hey guys, it's Shay, member of OBF The Squad. I've been kicking it out here for over 6 years, which means I'm not new to this shit. I'm straight up true to it. I believe in the intent, the mission of this channel, which is to uplift, to inspire, and to educate. Here at OBF, we talk about everything. We cover the latest and greatest. You're going to get our opinions. We definitely cover the facts. You're going to get it 100% raw, uncut, and straight up real. So come on over to OBF and come kick it with your girl. Holla!
I said, hey, yo, it's your boy Weezy, straight out there, L. Opinion but facts. Hottest show on the internet. We talk about everything from religion, politics, race. It doesn't matter. We're not running for any topic. So if you want to be in the building, come and join the discussion. Shout out to my boy Kenny from starting this platform. And I'm thankful just to be a part of it. So when you come in the building, keep it funky like gym shoes. Till we keeps it popping like Orville Redenbach. How about that? And those are the facts. One time.
This your man LT, member of OBF The Real. Subscribe to the channel where we talk about sports, politics, issues raised, whatever you like positive. Subscribe to my brother Kenny channel, Opinion But Facts, where we keep it real. OBF for life.
Hey, it's Shay. I've been deemed the mother of OBF, which means I care for this channel. I care for each and every member of this channel. I've been kicking it with OBF for more than 6 years, which means I'm not new to this shit. I'm true to it. I believe in the intent of this channel. I believe in the mission, which is to inform, to educate, to notify, and to discuss. Here, we talk about everything, the latest and the greatest. You're going to get our opinions. You're going to get the facts raw and uncut, straight up real, 100%. Besides doing that, I think we've created something that haven't been done yet on this YouTube platform. We've created a squad that not anybody could be a member of. You have to be real. You have to be inspirational. You have to be positive. And most of all, you have to be consistent. You probably see on the show, we fight. We fight for our opinions. We fight for what we believe in. We fight, yes, as a family. But behind the scenes, we love even harder. Here at OBF The Squad, we are not kinfolk. We are straight up family. And I'm proud to be a member. Shay out. OBF for life.